Beer Wababa, what's up YouTube? This is Takadaroba back once again with Raz, and we are on Flyff today. Hello, Sir Raz.
Hello, welcome to Flyff.
I have been seeing many videos going around YouTube within the past couple months of just the topic of Flyff in 2020, and us ourselves have not visited Flyff for a couple years now, at least not the original version. So in this video, I wanted to make my own video of Flyff in 2020, because a lot of the videos I saw were people messing with like the character customization for 5 minutes and then spawning in and being like, what do we do? What is this? And me and Raz here are veteran players. We did a big long series that spanned over about a year and a half or so called The Grindstone. Then immediately after that, we did a series on a private server, which lasted another nearly a year, I believe. So we know our way around this game, and we wanted to just kind of discuss our thoughts on it. And in this video, we're going to be showing off the basically beginning of the game, the mid game, and then the end game, since we have characters to support all three of those. So yeah. That's what we're going to do. We are here as just created vagrants. We didn't get to record the character customization because a couple things have been buggy with the new login screen. But if you want to come with me, Sir Raz, let's go on over to things that are like level 10.
Now is a very exciting time for Flyff in 2020 because they have just done a server merge and it is now under the operation of a new company. So new contents or just direction for the game could be coming out really soon. And this is an excellent game that has a lot of potential to it that I really hope that they tap into, and being able to build a bigger community for the game would really greatly help them out.
It is very, very true. So if anyone is ever curious about Flyff, hopefully this video will help you out in seeing what it's like and stuff, or if you want to join the community or something like that. But that is correct. They just switched publishers from the company Webzen, which I believe was not a very good publisher of the game. And they are now going with the company Bora, B-O-R-A, which I don't know a lot about, but from what I've heard, they're a pretty okay company, at least. They changed the login a little bit, so it's just a little bit difficult to work, but it's something I can look past.
When you first jump into Flyff, you will find yourself in a beautiful small island called Flarine, or Flaris, depending on how you look at it. It is very filled with lots of like grasslands and nice looking trees with some kind of comical cutesy looking monsters, and then as you get to the end of the island, the furthest away from the city, the monsters start getting a little bit bigger and scarier. But this is kind of the, I want to say tutorial island, but usually when you hear those words that's kind of a bad rap. But no, it's a very beautiful looking place to start in, and fun to hop on with your friends, run through the grasslands and fight monsters and find out how to use parties and skills and things like that.
It is true. Flyff is a very special game that is enjoyed by friends more. Trying to level by yourself and everything isn't a lot of fun. A lot of base Flyff leveling has to do with just 1v1 attacking monsters and stuff. So if that's not your thing, it can get boring after a little bit. I mean, here I'm attacking a wolf now, but this is basically what you're going to be doing. There isn't like a ton of skills like RuneScape, but it does have its own like niche little fun things that you can do while leveling, and other like skills and stuff you can learn. I've got the Vagrant skill tree here, as well as first job, second job, and third job.
The game does run on a class system. You get a few classes to choose from. When you first start out, you're just a Vagrant or like a jobless class, so you have some time to decide what you want to try and be once you level up to level 15. So that it's really nice that there is a class system. That way you can really power out one type of play style for your character.
Sure.
One also important thing I think about this game is that in most MMOs these days, especially the anime-looking MMOs, they really hold your hand whether you like it or not on what you're doing. They force you to follow a line on the ground to the next part of the quest. There's some sort of story that it's forcing you to follow that you really don't care about. With Flyff, you are just open to do what you want. There are some quests here and there that you can pick up if you want to, but you totally don't have to. And I always really loved that. Any time that I was trying to try out a different MMO, I really hated that it didn't ever let you just break away from the storyline and do what I wanted to do.
It's true.
To what me and my friends wanted to do.
It's true. Very, very open world and everything. You can grab Flyff and you can go to the final area in Flaris. You can go explore the Mars Mine dungeon if you wanted to. I'd say that you can go to the next town over. I believe you can teleport to the second town of St. Morning, but I believe you have to be level 15 at least and have your first job before you can teleport to the last town of Darken.
And once you're level 20, you can fly and go literally anywhere.
It's true. You could go to the end game of like Shadowar and Elowin if you wanted to, once you get yourself a board. It'll take you a while at 217 kilometers, but you'll make it.
The game lets you level up to level 120.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, that's not exactly the max level. It begins a prestige quest at that point where you go from 120 back down to level 60. But as you level up again, you get more stat points to use. And then once you hit 120 for the second time, you become a hero and can go up to, I believe, like 160, I want to say.
You get a third job at level cap is now 170 in original.
So wouldn't we say it's 160 now?
170.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Crazy. Big yikes. But,
So when we say all you need to do is get to level 15, that is not a difficult feat. You'll be moving, don't worry.
Oh, yeah. You'll get to level 15 within about an hour of gameplay if you know where you're going and everything. Like if I push the M here, you can see the map of Flarine and the entire continent, and there's this button up here that says monster details will be displayed, which just shows you where each monster is, what level they are, elemental stuff, you know. So like you start down here with the mush pangs and stuff. As you go up, you get to the bangs that are like level 20 and stuff. It just kind of progresses as you go. When did you want to hop characters to about mid-game area? Which I believe our mid-game characters are going to be at about second job level.
Yeah.
Did you want to do that after this level? Hey, look, party system. You can attack the same thing. Nice.
Yeah. I was going to use a C slot on something, but it didn't let me for some reason.
You was already dead. Would you like to hop characters?
Yes.
Alrighty. Alrighty, guys, we're going to hop characters onto about mid-level content or so around the time you get second job, and we will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are now on two different characters. This is Takadaroba, named after my channel, or before my channel. He is a level 73 Jester, and this is Raz on Skull 1000, who is a Knight class. I don't know what level you are, though.
I think I am too distracted with the last. I am level 70.
And to go a little bit more in depth of the level and class system, my class, the Jester, would be if I got to level 15 and chose Acrobat, primarily using these yo-yo weapons I have on my hands. And then the second class is Jester. And Skull 1000 here, or Raz, of course, would be a level 15 Mercenary, leveling up to 60, and then choosing the Knight class.
Yeah, so, I usually have a helmet, but it seems to be on a different character at the moment.
That is alright. We are here at the Crane Machineries. We're just going to show some more advanced combat. Real quick, I'm going to go through my stuff, because Raz will be the one who's a little bit more interesting to watch here with his Knight antics.
Knight antics.
Yes. So I'm going to start hitting things with the yo-yos. Jesters were always one of my favorite classes, just in terms of concept. But I never got very far with this one. It's mostly a 1v1 class, just like everything else. But yeah, as you start going up through levels, you know, things start hurting more. You get more complicated skills, like if I open up the skill tree here again, Vagrant skills, Acrobat, you've got the two trees that go for like yo-yos up here, arrow stuff down here, and then of course second job Jester, and it gives me these skills. So as you go, it gets more complicated, more fun, things start dropping more important stuff, and yeah, just like any other leveling system.
So my Knight is full stamina.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see what happens when I try in 1v1?
Sure. 66? 68?
Yeah. But if I use the AoE.
Oh, 2000. There you go. So I'm going to invite you to a party after this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then we will go ahead and showcase the AoE character classes.
The AoE mechanic.
Yeah, a Knight is like the most common AoE class.
You would get a little bored sometimes of fighting just one monster onto the next monster, onto the next monster. Mm-hmm. If you want to change that up a little bit, you choose a class that can do AoE, and things get incredibly more dangerous very quickly. Because even though I'm about the same level as these, I'm just going to do this. Just grab them. keep grabbing.
Keep
And
grabbing, he says.
and the scary part about this is if you die, you lose some EXP, so it's progress words. And if all of these things just decide to crit at the same time, then obviously my health will move very quickly and sometimes unexpectedly. Your food has a bit of a cooldown on you, so you really. And so once you get a
They're
bunch of
so
these things,
loud I can barely hear you over
oh,
them.
you get a bunch going, then you use the AoE skill. Try and watch your health very closely.
There they all go.
Grab some normal ones, and the C slot thing just became an issue.
There you go. And that's what AoE is similar to. It is a more advanced style of combat where, like you said, it is more dangerous. So it's, what would you call that? Risk reward. That's what it is.
There you go. I
So
do
you
not have a
get,
pickup head, but that's a thing
that's
too.
all right. You get more EXP for killing multiple monsters at once, although the health system and everything attacking you at once, and as well as Raz said, if everything critical attacks you at the same time, you will possibly insta-die.
I have died many times in high years to just too many crits happening at the same time.
Would you like to perform, I was going to say, like 1 or 2 more AoEs, and then we can hop characters again?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my self-buffs real quick.
I ran out
here,
of FP and got scared.
Uh-oh.
The self buffs for Jester, I swear, they are best looking.
I know. We also didn't really go over the buff mechanics. These over here are the Peng buffs, they call them, like Penguin. It's a NPC in the city that gives you just like free buffs to help you, like stamina plus 24, dex plus 12, strength plus 12, that kind of stuff. And then these over here are my self buffs, which are just skills you learn over time, where I've got critical chance plus 40, all that. I'm going to fight one more, and then we can go ahead and hop to the main characters that we used in our Grindstone series. That is right, we're going to be hopping back onto our level 80 master classes.
Back onto the OGs themselves.
Oh yeah, and we're going to show a little bit more of that. So anything else to add for mid-game? Alrighty, see you soon. Welcome back, guys. We are now on our masterclass characters, me being the bill poster and Raz over here being the blade. I use weapons that are big fists on my hand, as you can see, and Raz is able to dual-wield axes. Real quick, I was going to show that the bill poster class starts as an assist. Here's the skill tree once again. So one of the reasons why I picked it back in the day and sticked with this as my main is that I could use buffs on myself back from the assisted days. And I can just go ahead and buff both of us.
Oh, yeah.
We are here in a very end game level place. We're doing all of our self buffs. So as master classes, what we did was level all the way up to level 120 base, and then from there we reset our level as master level, which sets you back to level 60, and then from there we leveled our way back up to 80, and that's when we stopped playing. We are here in Guardian, the lava place. Basically in-game stuff. Things here are around level 70 to 100 or so. And we're both level 80. These Kerns are level 99, so we were going to take a couple on together in the party system to show you friends are fun.
Yeah. If you're wondering about this game and if you have a couple friends to play this with, that is all you need. You're going to have so much fun if you're playing this with friends.
That's true. If you have someone who likes being like an assist class or something or whatever, there's people for that. You could be the AoE. You could be 1v1 like us. And yeah, party systems, shared EXP, dungeons, there's plenty.
Do you want to throw on some on-screen footage of some dungeons from the Grindstone? Maybe like footage of the Mediocre and Clockworks and stuff at the end?
Sure, I could throw some footage of endgame content on. And so after... Oh, there it goes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm getting hit. Okay.
And so as we're in this place that looks really nice and beautiful and whatnot, can I get through here? Yes. You didn't see that.
Weird. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, I was going to show Eviltron because I like Eviltron and there's
Oh
items down
yeah,
there to pick up.
pick up pets. As long as items are on the ground, these little pets will pick them up for you. They are cash up items and stuff, so you have to pay like real money or get them during an event or whatever. But
You
let's see if
get
we can
quite a
take
few of
this
them
on.
during events, and if you make enough money in game, people have player-owned stores that they'll sell
Help
them
me!
in, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, you are
Help!
not joking.
You didn't start attacking first, and I did my best.
Uh, so as we are in this area that looks as amazing as it does, once we can get this guy to decide if he wants to be down here or up there,
Yeah, this one's. Oh!
you watch out.
Woo!
You watch your britches.
That's what criticals do. Go on, good
So
sir.
as we're in an area that looks as cool as this, like you can imagine how nice it feels to be training in an area like this. It makes you feel like you're super powerful and doing something really cool. You see cool things off in the distance. If you ever want to go there, you can just go there.
That's
And
true.
I love showing off my giant wings. So sorry for flexing on y'all.
You want to fly over here into a very end game area called
Yeah,
Guardian.
put the wings down. My wings are slightly broken at the
I still
moment.
have a board because, as a personal problem, my old account was hacked during our recording. Don't know how that happened. It had nothing to do with like the security of the game or anything like that. So no worries
Probably
there.
because we
But
were filming episodes. But
most likely, this is Guardian.
did you
It's a
have like
very
a temporary bike you
Illuminati.
wanted to use?
I don't have anything. No,
I thought you had like a 7 day Celia bike box or something.
probably on Taka.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is one way to get around the game. This is the fly for fun part of Fly for Fun, where
It's true.
you can go anywhere. This was actually a very like game breaking idea in the MMO spotlight, I guess you could say, when the game first came out. Because other games, it was mostly like quick teleports around areas, or at best some mounts. But Flyff took the decision to give a flying system instead, and it
It's
has
true.
been my favorite in MMOs. I actually prefer not to have mounts, but I'd like these little flying things instead.
Oh yeah, and
Um,
especially with more cash up stuff, there is
do I
wings, there
have
is bikes.
bike on me?
The free to play ones are the boards and the brooms. You want to look out on the distance with me?
Yeah.
Go ahead and walk up next to me, or wing up.
Gently float up.
And with this, we are nearing the end of the video. Let's go ahead and make it full circle. We're going to go back to Flaris and show a little bit of the community and talk about our pros and cons.
Yes.
See you there. Welcome back once again, everyone. We are back in Flaris up on one of the floating boats variously placed around the city, and I wanted to show off one more thing, and that was the sense of community with this game. And I will go ahead and do that by clicking my mouse and looking down. This is the main city of Flaris, where people can host their player shops of items that they have found and everything. I'm going to go ahead and hop down.
I should also point out that as neat as this looks, I can't stress enough that I would like you to come and try and play this game, because this is actually the smallest community the game has ever had.
It is true. It's very small. There is a lot of shops with the whole transition between publishers going on. A good chunk of community, I feel like, is starting to come back. I mean, it got you and me back.
I was going to say I had no hope of finding you, but there you are.
Hey, would you like to go over some of your pros and cons for this game?
Yes. Some of my greatest memories, I feel like I should point out that I have been playing since 2010.
I was
My
probably around the same time.
Probably, yeah. My greatest memories definitely has to do with the community aspect to it. Not necessarily like this community behind us, but so long as you make some friends or bring some friends to play with you and are on a call while playing with them, you get to have some of the best times. I came to this game from playing RuneScape as a kid, and whereas RuneScape works on a tile base where people can only stand one square away from each other, whereas this one you can get as close or far away from people. You can really show your personal character as you are playing the game and have a personality to show off to
There's
people.
even a walk setting aside from
Yeah.
running too.
So there's a lot of fun with just talking to people, being in a party, having a guild, and getting to know people, talking in the guild chats. asking questions, trying to buy and sell things. You really get to have fun talking with other people, and so the community of this game is really important to me.
It's true.
You want to give one next?
I really like a lot of the stuff that you said. I came at this game at a very young age, and I remember as I went, I just started learning more and more about how the game works and everything, and just progressing through the levels. I really like the class system, and if I pull up the H menu here, it has a bunch of statistics. You can, like, spec yourself into strength, dexterity, that kind of stuff. So you can really personalize your character and go like full strength on a blade and just obliterate everything, or you can have like half stamina so you've got more survivability and health. And yeah.
I also very much like the character customization of this game. At the very beginning, when you start, you'll notice that there isn't very much of it. There's only a few hairstyles and a few like face options, so there's not a whole lot at the beginning. But through in-game events or through the cash shop or other just trading through these shops, you will find so many different clothing options that you can mix and match so that you can really create a style that you really like.
There
And
is
as
a
someone who
system in
does
this
3D
game.
modeling and have dug my way through the files and opened them personally, there are so many. You really don't have to worry about looking too much like other people at the same time. So
There's even a
that's
system in
great.
this game for if you don't like the armor of your class. If I push the I button here, this is the cash shop area,
Oh,
where you can
transmutation.
either
Yeah.
pay real money to get cash shop or buy it in game with in game money, and it just fits over your regular clothes. So if I stop here for just a second, and I take off my cash shop armor, you can see the armor I'm wearing underneath, and of course you can see why I'd be wearing
Oh, let
armor
me
or cash
do the
shop
same.
over the top of it. But you are more red.
Yeah.
Would you like to go over a con or
Con
two?
is, you can imagine that this game, I started in 2010, but I believe it actually began in about 2006. Some of the technology for this game is a little outdated, and so you will find it being a little buggy sometimes with your computer. They tried to implement a hacking protection program that is kind of infamous. That whenever it detects something it doesn't recognize, it throws up this little menu that says "Game hack found" and keeps you from playing. And that can be anything from having like a recording system open to having a printer plugged in. And so sometimes you'll have some days where it's a bit of a headache to log in, but usually once you get it, you're good for like several months. Um,
The printer actually being my problem from when I
yeah.
was a lot younger. I'd say my biggest con at the moment is as exciting as the publisher transfer is. They're still trying to get some things right at the moment, and their login system is kind of a nightmare to work around.
I
Um,
think if they're starting out brand new, so long as creating a new account isn't very difficult, they shouldn't have the same issues that we have.
it's true. We did have to transfer our account
They
over
they
since
merged a lot of characters and accounts together for us, so we're trying to remember what character is on what account, and then trying to remember what email we signed up with it 10 years ago, because you didn't used to have to log in with your email; it used to just be a username. But now they want your email, and we're just like, what on earth is the email that I made for this guy?
it's true.
Let's
A
go to Saint.
couple other what?
Let's go to Saint Morning.
Okay. We'll go ahead and use one of our blink wings to teleport to the next city here. A couple other quick cons that I could give out is the EXP system can get quite long and lengthy to level up
True.
over time as you start getting into the higher levels and everything.
I'd say
And
once you
then
hit like level 70, it's a grind. That's
it
where it's too much for me. We've gotten past it. Definitely having a group of people to train with and have fun makes it so much better. But if you are on your own, it gets to be a little bit much sometimes.
it's true. It will be a little bit of a grind, but like you said, having people to chat with is a lot more fun. Um,
This
I
is
was
where the
going to say
shopping
something
used to
else.
be,
That's true.
and darken, I
Uh,
guess.
And the whole EXP thing is why people used to download the game client and then make their own private servers and do like 50 times EXP, 500 times money that monsters drop, and stuff like that. So if like original Flyff isn't your style, there is plenty of private servers out there too that are still being ran to this day.
I found some bikes
But
in the bank.
nice. We'll show off some
On
bikes,
all the books.
have some wrapping up comments, and then we can send this video on its way.
Yeah. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I do very much appreciate you sticking around and listening to us talk about our old fun with this game, and we very much welcome you to join us. Also, if you feel like you don't have time for this game or you want to know more about it, both on his channel and my channel, we have a series that we did called The Grindstone, where we went through almost this entire game, showing pretty much all the fun parts of the way. We didn't show too much of the grinding. We just kind of showed us like, hey, we're in this area now. Hey, we're in this area now. We're fighting this. We can do this now. And so if you want to experience more of the game and feel like you don't have the time to do it yourself, go ahead and check out one of our series on that. So
Be careful watching the original Grindstone though, because that was about 5 years ago, and boy, does like 16-year-old me sound cringy. But yeah, with your bikes there, which again are the premium flying vehicles, do you have any last closing statements?
I'll probably think of them about 10 minutes from now. But I think my other con was there's a lot of mixed languages right now, so talking with everybody can be difficult sometimes. But if y'all join in and bring your friends, that won't be as much of an issue.
Yeah, I believe a lot of the community, at least a good chunk of them, are from outside of the US. So probably a lot of the people who are watching currently. So hello. But with that, thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. I appreciate you sticking around. I hope we did a good job covering most, if not all, of what Flyff is about. If you guys want us to continue a series or make some kind of new characters on a different private server, or possibly even original Flyff or Flyff Gold again, just let me know. I'll see what I can do, and I guess I'll see everybody in the next video.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.